Wait a
Uh,
minute.
let me tell you, I just got fucked, and not in a good way.
Uh-oh.
How did you say that the second I went live? How does that work? You guys
I
are
just know. I have a sixth sense.
so good
You know?
at timing that shit.
Is it bad that I'm good at timing that? Like,
Seems like a skill.
yeah, I was gonna say that seems like a pretty damn good skill to have. You know?
Every time y'all are just like, y'all just time it perfectly.
Okay, you know what? I could. I don't have to be all happy jolly. I could be depresso. I could make the whole stream depressed.
Yeah,
Let's not.
crippling. We need it to be crippling depression.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Would you like that, Grinch? Would you like that, or would you rather have my perfect timing?
I would rather have happiness and free Sunraven for everyone.
That'd be nice.
Wouldn't it?
Would it though?
Yeah, would it?
Actually, I don't know about that. I don't
Yeah.
think it would.
It wouldn't change any. It would just go back to before Sunraven. Like, that's all that would happen.
No,
Before Sunraven, dude.
rebound. Fuck rebound.
Everything just blows up.
Okay, so they added a permanent rebound effect. Like, that's it. It wouldn't change much if everybody got something.
I think I would uninstall. I'm not gonna lie.
You threaten to uninstall every week.
I do because they keep putting out new bullshit.
I'm just saying.
I mean, they really do though. Like, I am really upset.
You're upset every event.
I think
Cause
Neva's
they're
just generally upset with life.
No, I'm just upset with 17, man. I love my life. What the fuck?
Do you?
Well, you know where I work. You know the answer to that question. You know where I work.
Well, that's what I was saying. I hear so much about your fucking stress at work, and I'm just like,
No, you're good, man. It's not like that.
I'm just like, damn, what have I got myself into here? You know?
And then he's got to come over here and be an admin for our Discord.
I mean, might as well. I'm already an admin damn near every fucking Discord at this point. Except for DOW. I am perma-banned from that. But you know what? It was worth it. I don't even feel bad about that. 406 had it coming.
Resistance is in the chat.
I don't think he even remembered what he banned me for, to be honest.
No resistance.
It was over a damn year ago.
You gotta wait for your Pimp My Arc next week. Gotta do a video.
Yeah, no talking until you're ready for Pimp My Art.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, damn. Rules now, man. Why we gotta give everybody rules now?
Why not?
What?
I mean,
What rule? He has a Pimp My Arc next week. Why would we?
you just told the man he can't talk.
No, that's not what I said. Is that what I said?
Yes, that's exactly what the fuck you said. You said you could talk when it's Pimp My Arc.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that, but Jesus.
Yes, he did.
That's how I took it.
That's exactly how I took it too. Oh god. Anyway, how's everyone?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Excited but scared.
Don't be scared. Not like that.
Why is that? Why are you excited but scared?
You know, I feel like that's how we should approach anything in life.
Excited but scared?
I mean, that makes sense though.
I'm scared for my general well-being. But anyways, back to Ark of War. Before we go down that road.
Is this intervention time? Do we got to talk to them about this stuff now?
Nope.
Remy, are you okay?
Nah. If he tries to pull
No,
a
I'd rather
Raz,
not turn this into a Raz stream.
yep. If
Yeah.
you try to turn this into Raz, you will be banned. None of that. Be happy or fake it. Those are your two options.
Hey, I'm laughing, aren't I? Aren't I?
That's true.
Oh god damn it!
Oh, what'd you do?
Kids, I swear to God. Fucking these little, you know those little fucking finger skateboards?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They don't feel good when you step on them with no with no shoes on.
Why would you do that?
Because I was walking, me and my fucking kid had it laying in the middle of the floor and I didn't see it. That shit hurt. Anyway,
Sounds like you need to be more observant instead of blaming the kid.
that should be right.
Womp womp.
Well, I
It is what
mean,
it is.
we got a few Pit My Arcs today, so I mean, unless somebody
It
comes
is.
in and asks questions, I mean, there's only really a few things. I don't want to say talk about because it's like future shit, like the event and Cass, shit like that we don't really know anything about right now.
Yeah, I mean, Cash should be starting really soon.
I'm excited.
They're also starting the GC season like back up right away,
Yeah, like immediately.
which is weird. Normally they give you at least a month break.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
I've never had a month break.
Sorry, it's more like a 2 or 3 week break. My bad.
It never starts up immediately.
No, it never started. They messed up their timing with the last GC cast, and so now everything's messed up. And I mean, it is what I don't mind it because it gives me something to do rather than just sit here for 2 or 3 weeks. So, but to have GC start like right as cast is starting is a little weird, I feel. So I'm not sure how it's because I know a lot of people like to go do server invasions and stuff. I know we're actually missing a chunk of people due to it. So I don't know. It's a little weird, but I personally don't mind it.
Yeah, based on
I'm sure others would.
Based on the screenshots I had from last cast, like cast should start this week at the latest. Otherwise, their timing is all fucked up.
It's either this week or next week. Yeah, it's very soon.
Yeah, and the GC starting up. I mean, for the most part, a lot of people don't really care about the beginning because it's
no, it's typically a throwaway. Yeah.
And then I don't know what they're doing with the timing of the Arc of War and 7P anniversary event because Arc of War was last week, their anniversary, but they're not doing it. Maybe that's because of Easter.
Well, I thought it was actually in April is when the event was. Like when they posted it on Facebook last year, it was in April.
Oh, was it? It was in March. It was in March. March 22nd. And 7P was May.
So I wonder if they're going to do the same shit where they just merge everything together and just do it both in May.
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if it'll be April or May or what. I mean, it kind of makes sense for them to just merge the two, but on the other hand, it's like it's two separate, quote unquote holidays. Why not separate, or why not do both, like separately?
I mean, the fact that they're already late on it, and if you think about it, they're having to do the Easter event like right after this event because Easter is next Sunday, and then they have to do spring cleaning event right after because they typically do that in the last week of March, beginning of April. Yeah, so they have two major events coming up.
They're just copying pasting these events. Like, what are they actually working on?
I mean, they've been behind on the past 3 events. Why are we surprised that they're behind on this one?
I don't like how they talked about recently that they updated events, and it looks like, for the most part, they just updated the UI.
All they did was UI changes. Yeah,
which
that's
is not
literally
enough.
it, and it's actually worse. Based off their description of the UIs, it's worse.
Yeah, that's not an update.
Like it's yeah, no. It's giving us actually exactly what we said we didn't want, but they're doing it anyways. So, I don't know. It just feels like, they're not really, if they are listening, they feel it's kind of like, the opposite effect. They're like, well, if we do the opposite, then they'll be happy. And it's like, no, no.
Well, I don't mind a UI update every now and then, but I feel like there's things they could be working on, and I don't know why they put so many resources behind updating a UI especially for events like the roulette that everybody hates.
Well, I mean, that's what I was saying. We were like, literally just get rid of it. Nobody likes it, and it's a waste of gold, especially to get crafting gear. That's fucking dumb. And what do? They just update the UI for it. Not change anything about it. They just update the UI. Which I feel like they did not get the point of, hey, just get rid of the wheel. Nobody wants it.
Yeah.
They took that as, hey, let's just update it.
Let's make it look better. Also, this event, they messed up the which one is that? The super equipment chest opening? Like day one?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So
it was fucked. They changed from telescope to the other thing, and then yeah.
It's not
I believe they just added the things. You should be able to get more now for less because of that, right?
No, it's more expensive
it's
now.
the same.
You can't open 300. If you open 333, it would give you a telescope and one of those reactors, wouldn't it?
No, it just gives you the reactor now.
So you don't get telescopes at all?
No. So
I didn't try that.
Well,
it was 200 for the telescopes, and then they updated it to the 333.
Usually the gear in this
very
event,
scummy.
Usually the gear in this event costs 600. It costs 666 now. So I mean, if you're trying to get multiple gear, it's way overpriced.
Oh, that's lame. I was hoping that it was going to be 200, 333.
No.
Nope.
That sucks.
Yep. They messed up right when it released, so yeah, it's going to cost you what 666 extra for every piece that you want to get. Or sorry, 66 extra.
With the anniversary event anyway, this was never going to be great.
Exactly. I mean, this isn't like,
just another filler event.
Yeah. So what would you get? I mean, those mechanical arms, you get quantum module, toe cutter.
Yeah, like I got some. I got one gear from this, but it took literally all my SEC, and I was not happy about it.
It's not really worth it, man.
No, it's not. But at the same point, I had the SEC. I don't know when the next time we're gonna have an SEC event is, so I was like, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
As long as they keep bringing back that stupid cube shit that's expensive as fuck.
Well, I mean,
the bright side of that cube thing is it is technically free. You can get quite a bit for not anything at all.
I mean, yeah, true, but I mean, same thing with SEC. I'd rather have SEC over the cubes. Especially since, in the events, it's for crafting gear, mostly, is what you're wasting your cubes on. Which I feel is ludicrous.
The biggest issue right now isn't even the crafting gear. It's that all of the gear that used to be useful is so far out of the meta, and they're not releasing a way to get blueprints easily. Like, it would take you a year to get blueprints to make a Hectabolus, and it'd only take you 2 months to get all the pieces for the Hectabolus, and then you can't do anything with them. Unless you spend $1,000 or more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there is no middle ground. Like, at that point, you can't. There's no point in upgrading. Like my gear right now, I don't even want to take half of it to 50, but I can't afford to get the other gear that I would need to replace it to make it worth pushing to 50. Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Well, right. I mean, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I have crafting gear, a decent amount of crafting gear. I'm just missing blueprints because I'm broke. Not gonna lie. But even then, it's just like you spend this. You see a gear you want. You spend months trying to get it because you're waiting on events, and then you spend a ton of gold to get it. I don't know. It just lately it's not seeming good.
They need to release some methods for getting the advanced gear blueprints for cheap, at least over time. But they haven't.
They did
But
give
it's
some near
the
the start
the
of the
older
year.
gear.
Yeah, but the older gear is useless. Like
That's my point. The older gear is
build.
way overpriced, and you're purely using it for crafting. Well, they are doing more and more events to let us get it. It simply needs to be cheaper. Nobody's gonna waste anything other than for crafting purposes. In which case, it should just be cheaper over time to obtain, not the same price as it was 3 years ago.
Right, that's the thing. They have not released. They've released lately. The cube events are the only way to get blueprints technically for free that they've released in forever. Like of anything worthwhile. Like you could get a few of the chests to get that, the Head Capitalist, Alcade Ruthless, whatever chest. You can get 5 medals for free, maybe, in one of those events. So that would be 20
I
of
think
those.
that's great. Over
piece.
time, yeah, over time you could accumulate to make one piece. It's just all the crafting gear is still as expensive as it was last year and the year before that. And
that shouldn't really be that big of an issue if you wait for the right events. Like I have all the pieces to craft a Hectabolus and the new pants and another Marak and like half a dozen different things. I didn't spend anything to get those. I just collected them by playing. And now I have them and I can't use them because they won't give me blueprints without me spending
Exactly. Yeah.
$1,000.
The
I like
blueprints.
the energy cube things that they were doing. They just need to do more of it. They need to make it so that maybe like every event that we have, there's an option to get get some of these cubes to save for later.
Or
Oh,
make it to where they have SEC and a cubes in the same event compared to just only cubes, because the last couple events I've wanted, crafting gear, and it was just all based off of cubes, and I was like, dude, I don't want to spend cubes on crafting gear. Like, that's not kosher.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If you have the cubes, there's basically a handful of options. It's you use them to get the free stuff, or you try to get the commander, or you try to get blueprints. And there's no good reason to use that on anything intermediate.
Well, right, and I mean that's the issue. Like, they just completely took out SEC and had to be the cubes for crafting gear, and I'm like, dude, there's so much other stuff that I'd rather get than crafting gear with cubes that if you're not doing it the free way can cost you $100 to get.
Yeah, I guess that's what
Versus getting
the cube
getting blueprints. It's just fucking stupid. I agree. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Tim.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, like, for a spending event, the cube was probably pretty bad, but from collecting as a free to play, it was good because you had something that you could collect that goes towards something a bit more valuable than just a standard item. It's like you actually have that option to potentially get like this level 2 boxes. But
Yeah, as far as free, I spent nothing on those cube events, and they were pretty solid just for showing up and playing. But not super high value, but considering how free, it was pretty decent value. there just wasn't much incentive to do anything further than free.
Yeah, for free they were amazing. Absolutely. But yeah, other than that, I think it's that expensive if you're gonna drop money.
I don't spend money on this game. Are we playing different games? Like, what? I got
No, you just suck, Grinch.
I got 3 Gen 2 blueprint boxes, and that's it. Like
3, that's 15 blueprints for Gen 2. That's the Hectabulous Ruthless Acela one, right?
Yeah.
For free. For free.
That's
okay.
pretty good.
But the thing is that they just need to keep doing more of it, so it's more achievable for somebody to keep on getting it.
Unless they're gonna be consistent. Yeah, and that was what, months ago.
Plus, there was a few other things. Like I think I got Merak, the first one that they came out with. That was a good grab for super cheap compared to what it had been.
Are you talking about for the chest,
I messed
though?
up and didn't get it on the last day, so I've just got 80 blueprints just sitting there now.
Well,
I didn't need it, though.
The thing is, like, it doesn't matter, like, how free something is unless they're consistent. Like, at this rate, it's gonna take me 3 years to get this shit, and I'm not gonna be playing in 3. This game's not gonna last 3 years.
That's what we said. Is it?
That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Oh.
If they're bringing out more, it will be good because getting one of those pieces in like 6 months of like just free to play work, that's great. That's probably reasonable because it keeps people interested in knowing that they can get this item in a reasonable amount of time.
Compared to
They
waiting
need to
years.
increase the means and methods for getting Aether Coins and release more Aether Coin events.
Yes.
It takes too long to get any value from that event for free.
Especially since they've taken out some of the more easier way of collecting quite a large of them, which was that like
that Easter redeem code. That was great. I get, what was that, 5 Aether Coins or 10?
Yeah, it was 5.
Maybe it was 5.
Yeah, it was 5.
Like, that's great. I love that. Give me that once a month minimum. And throw other stuff in. But it's so randomly interspersed that it's like, wow, that doesn't add up to anything.
Yeah, I mean, they're not. I'm in a unique situation, but if I were like straight up free to play, I didn't have a YouTube, I didn't talk, I wasn't in EXE, I'd be looking at some of this gear like, why the fuck do I play this game? I'm never gonna get it. Well, without dropping money, but like they're so inconsistent, which is frustrating.
Yep, true.
Because those gems were everywhere. Like every event had those cubes, and then just nothing.
That's what I mean. I wasn't too fussed by the gems because it was like, well, if they keep this consistent, then people know that it's what the value of that gem is, and then they can be like, well, I'm going to store them now. So I've like, let's just say that there's an account I've stored 250 on, and it's like, oh well, I know that 250 is going to be great, but if they stop doing it, then it's
I personally didn't have an issue with the cubes coming out, but like it was every single event, and then they just stopped, and it's like, well, all the fucking cubes coming back. What are you doing? Stick with something consistently.
Anybody's got Tears of the Goddess still? I have like 6 in my mailbox.
What about those chariot things? What are they called?
Oh yeah, we got those as well.
I opened my last mail. It's been over a year since they came out with the last Tears of Goddess event. I'm like, I just opened it because I don't expect them to do anything with it.
Yeah, but the thing is, even if you open it, it still stays in your inventory. They don't even bother removing them.
Well, they need to do something for like a spring cleaning event to like get that give you something for it.
They need to massively rejuvenate that whatever. I think we already had the spring cleaning event, right? Like,
did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Production box, and not enough of anything else to use it because you have to use 3 different things and 3 cash upgrades to trade in for 1 food. It's stupid. That should be each individual one can be traded in. Like, why is there a limit on that? That's the dumbest thing ever.
Oh yeah, was it? I got 1,000 foods or thousands and thousands, and I got nothing of the rest. Just
I got 200 coins when I should have got like 2,000 coins, and my inventory is still chock full of junk that I can't use.
They need to do some sort of event for like the old things that they got rid of and didn't tell anybody, so they can so you guys can actually get some sort of rewards for having them and get them out of your inventory.
They need a quarterly cleaning event, and they need to improve it so that it's actually useful. That's all they have to do. Like, there should be 0 reason. I have 4,000 food buffs. You know how long I would have to play this game to use those? And by the time that I use them, I would have 8,000 more.
what was it?
Oh,
You
the
get them
extra
10 to
commander
1
skins.
compared to any other buffs. You get them at about 10 to 1 ratio, I think.
To be honest, I'm a little bit surprised they haven't come out with anything more useful in the way of buffs. Like, 20% accuracy is the best buff they've come out with. Or attack, I guess, whatever. 20%. That's like nothing. Which is okay, but come out with some advanced buffs already.
Maybe we don't want to go down that route.
Yeah, let's not go down there.
If we have to spend to get like big buffs, yeah, I'd rather not.
I don't
Well,
need
it's
another.
another one, yeah.
I don't need a fucking 100% DR buff coming out because we said something. So let's just not.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they've got how many buildings there's like 20 something buildings, and they're all level 22. 90% of them do nothing at all at level 22. That's stupid. Like, unlock something. It doesn't even have to be amazing. Just like basic shit, like say a 50% buff. It's not that big of a deal.
They did do that with the commanders, didn't they? So they do have that option. It doesn't affect
Like,
everyone who's
they,
already got
they,
it.
they
So.
come out with Bridge 23 and you get a research tab. Yay.
But it's not actually 23 though.
Yeah,
And
22.
It's 22 and a star, okay?
and you get one star out of what, 6?
Yeah, and they still haven't released if or when they're gonna give options for the other stars that everyone desperately wants.
They totally forgot about it.
No, they,
Like, I don't want level 23 buildings. Level 22 buildings were obscenely expensive for no good fucking reason. I don't want level 23 buildings. I just want there to be uses for the buildings that I already have. Like, why do you need these if they do nothing past level 16?
oh, could you just spend resources?
Like, the black hole generator should, like, break shields or something. Like, what the fuck use is that nonsense? I can kill 1 tier 12 for 8 billion resources? Good God.
This man said he wants them to break shield. Alright. That actually brings some fun in the game.
Fuck.
I mean,
Also
no,
zero everybody.
Everybody's zeroed. It would be
anything.
That's how they're gonna get in the game. They're gonna make it where the fucking black hole gun fucking break shields. It's over. Jesus.
It would be good if they actually had some sort of tactical use.
Stop
that now from sending commanders out for 5 minutes.
I thought that they were going to have some tactical use, saying like if you damaged like the commander, you couldn't use it for like a couple of minutes or something like that. But then it never applied. So
it can't apply because you can't kill the commander because you can't hit the hull unless you kill the troops. So doing 99% damage to a commander that does nothing.
That's what I mean.
Like,
it looked like it had some use, but then it's just never been used like that. So. Because that would have been good. 1 minute on a commander would be so strategical.
I would not mind if they revamped that and made it into something useful that actually does some damage to something.
Well, just imagine if you did that on a Zeph and then you shut out that Zeph for 2 minutes or something. That would be
Like if the damage was, even if you said 50%, two bombs, if that damage carried over to the next fight, and the next bomb could kill that commander and win you the fight, or at least kick that commander out, something, anything. But it just resets after the fight. So what's the point in having 99% damage done to a commander that resets the next fight? What does that even mean?
I agree.
It's a dead mechanic that costs a fuck ton of resources for no value at all. It costs you more to build the bomb than it costs them to heal the troops that your bomb can kill.
Right? I always laugh when I see those. I was like, you're not winning this. You spent more than I did.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm like, dude, cash is your most valuable resource. Give it to me, and I will pay you. Do something intelligent with it. I don't.
Because the amount of units that it kills, you spent way more than I did. So I don't care if you keep bombing me. Just you're fucking dumb.
Maybe if the units that it killed went straight to your shelter, that would be something.
Oh, that's no.
Yeah, because of
It's
how
hard enough to get stuff out of the shelter.
I mean, because of how
sure, it only
expensive.
kills 12.
Yeah, but the shelter's more expensive to heal. Like
Exactly.
So-
If you do that, you send 50 players with the bomb. That can hurt a guy. That could hurt a guy quite a bit.
especially if they don't have meta crystals, because you have to have meta in order to get them out of the shelter.
Yeah, don't get me started on that shit, please.
I just came up with an idea. I like that idea. That's not a bad idea.
I mean-
That would actually make the bomb have some purpose in this game. And it wouldn't be too drastically ridiculous. I mean, it would make big guys not be able to just sit there. And it would make little guys not completely worthless.
True. Just kamikaze.
I would say you'd
everybody.
need a level 22 cannon for that, though.
I mean, the only thing I
you're
would suggest
kamikaze?
would be you would have to use a certain number of troops to do that.
Yeah, because sending a ranger in and bombing.
Yeah,
is
'cause
bullshit,
just-
not gonna lie.
Yeah, just chain bombing with a single ranger is kind of would be broken. I mean, overall, it's not a bad idea though. It would actually make the bombs somewhat useful.
It's a lot of effort for them, though. I don't know if they'll do it.
No,
I
they
mean,
won't.
Yeah.
They won't.
I mean,
They-
no, they did do it for the commanders. They put in like a talent level.
Yeah, but they never
how
bothered
you level
to
them up.
update the stats. The stats don't show.
Yeah, they don't.
Like,
And even then, like nobody really asked for that. To be honest, they just kind of did it.
yeah, why don't the
Like I think
mean,
it's great, but
why don't the
I mean,
stats get
even the
added?
stats you see, was it even the stats you see on the actual commanders? They don't really matter. They don't carry any weight. They're just there.
Yeah, but they should at least show on the screen, and you don't have to be like, "Oh, how much sweet do you have?" Well, let me do plus 50 because it doesn't calculate. Like it should show.
It should show, yeah.
I don't know why.
What I mean is, whenever you select the commander and it says attack, defense, assist, infantry, those stats,
Oh yeah.
they don't really mean anything. Well, you should be able, I don't know, to adjust that and have that actually maybe affect a different layer of the game. A commander in a different way. You could do something fun with that.
Oh yeah, you could have like certain commanders have like 3 options. You can have like a EXE Neko or a attack Neko or a dodge Neko or something like that. You get to choose one between 3.
Something like that, and you could build on it, or I don't know, any number of things. And yeah, but why not just stats that there that essentially serve no purpose?
There's a lot of things in this game that really don't serve a purpose.
No, be nice to yourself.
I hope you never.
Anyways.
I hope you never get third.
Fuck you.
You will
Fuck
never
you.
get the blue.
I
You
want the blue.
you will
That's all I want in this game.
You will never get the blue.
You know what? I'll just go like start my own guild and intentionally throw every match, but stay in top 32 just so I have a chance for it. I don't care. And I'll just be like, listen, if you don't throw, you're getting kicked. So I don't want to see you in there. Just throw the match. Bada bing, bada boom.
Jesus.
I want that blue frame more than anything. You don't seem to understand. I will do anything I need to for it. So have y'all ever considered throwing a GC match? Perhaps?
I don't know how much you paying.
No?
How much you paying?
You get my presents.
Yeah, that's not enough.
Damn.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
What's that?
I tried.
I've just done an upgrade and it's not taken any of my resources, but I've just completed it.
Oh, free
Oh,
upgrade.
winning!
Hey man, don't spill your arc, just in case somebody is watching, Just take the free upgrade, just take it.
They don't
Yeah,
watch
get
this
it?
shit.
I've never seen that.
I mean, they
happen,
clearly
ever.
watch
What
it
the
enough
fuck?
to they clearly watch it enough to fuck the game up more.
I mean, either they don't watch it or they watch it and they're like, all right, we're going to do the exact opposite or whatever they say. Those are the only two options.
Yeah. 7P, if you're watching this, maybe get better translators, because y'all seem to do the exact opposite of what we say, so.
I can't imagine that they actually watch my videos anymore.
I mean, considering almost every video has been bashing their horrible decisions lately, I'd imagine not.
That's what they get paid to do, though.
It's not just me, though.
I mean, no, it's the community feels the same way. I mean, like, it is what it is. It just, it's when the devs get tired of listening that they keep fucking up, they're just going to shut down because they'd rather have job security.
They already did. Have you seen their Discord?
I'm not in it. Remember?
Oh,
Are we done? Are we done with the 7P rant?
No.
I'm just saying.
Okay,
Like I think that the incentive for them to speak with the community, I think that's over with. I don't think they care anymore.
Well, I mean, when they spoke with Otter, they got at least $4,000 out of that. I don't know about you, but I'd be happy about that trade of one text message with the player and getting $4,000. I'm just saying.
You're right, though. I mean, that
they listened to him, and because they did what he said and fixed their game for that one event, they got at least an extra $4,000 off of that.
More than that.
It took 5 fucking.
Did it,
yeah, I know. It took 5 fucking minutes in one text. Literally, it took one text where Lilith was like, "I'll go ahead and forward this to the devs, and we'll get it taken care of." And they made so much money just by listening for 5 minutes. I'm just saying, if they did that more consistently, they would have so much more sales if they just listened instead of thinking they know better.
Well,
because I know multiple people were able to get the fucking infantry pants because of that one text. So I don't even know how much money they made off of that, but I'd assume probably at least in the 20,000 just off that one text in 5 minutes.
Yeah. I mean,
they can always hope they update the GC idea.
But the thing is, imagine if that gear was cheaper, how much more money would they make?
Well, yeah, I thought it was stupid it was $2,000. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that seemed very much like at most a $1,000 piece of gear for me. I don't think that they should make anything $2,000 unless it's like Sunraven. To be honest, I really don't. Like it's not worth it. They topped it with Sunraven. I don't think there's any other way that they could potentially, top that.
I agree. It wouldn't be worth the money unless it had some sort of crazy set bonus added to it.
Right, and that's what my main point was. Like, hey, y'all topped it with Sunraven. Everything else needs to cost less than that, because if I'm spending $2,000 on a piece of gear, I might as well go get Sunraven. And this is for everyone that bought the fucking infantry pants instead of buying Sunraven. I'm looking at you. You might as well have just gotten Sunraven. I get it. Like, if you already have Sunraven, that's a great piece of gear, but I wouldn't spend $2,000 for it. Like, that's just dumb.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yes, Resistance, really. But if you're willing to spend $2,000 on just that piece of gear, and its gear set really isn't that great. Like, it's decent, but it's not. You're spending $4,000 for the gear set. You might as well go ahead and start getting the Sunraven pieces, which has a much better gear set for just 3-piece.
Yeah,
If they're looking to combine it, I mean, the infantry pants I do find pretty sexy. I mean, I didn't spend $2,000 on Sunraven, so I would. Well, it's not that I won't; it's simply I can't. So I'm not spending that on those pants either.
well, Sunraven's been out for...
they're nice.
How long has Sunraven been out for? Has it been almost 2 years now?
No.
One year.
It's been about a year.
Like,
It ain't
actually
been that
available?
long. Yeah, about a
November
year.
13th,
Yeah.
2022.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little over a year.
So, yeah.
Well, like, at this point, I
But
would think that...
they haven't decreased the price of anything. Like, if you look at Broken Fortress, it's still the same price. If you look at FOMO, it's still the same price. Like, everything is the same price. It hasn't decreased, even though Broken Fortress and FOMO have been out over 2 years now.
The only thing that's decreased is the that gem event, the cubes. It's the only thing that's lowered it somewhat.
Yeah, but I mean, they stopped doing it. So, in my eyes, basically everything's the fucking same. And even, like, crafting gear, or gear that has been out of the meta for years now, is still the same price. Like, it's dumb. It's really dumb.
Well, if you have the money to buy Sunraven at $2,000 a piece, you've already got it. Like, not that many people are going to be buying multiple sets of Sunraven. Like, there's going to be those
unless
people.
you're Odad. Cough, cough.
There's going to be some people, but for the most part, if you can afford Sunraven at $2,000 a piece, you have it. You're not buying any more. And a lot of people have been getting it over time, and once they get it, they're never going to get another piece unless they really need it. So you have this entire market of people that you're not lowering the price for them to get it.
I get your point, because I got my Sunraven, my full 3-piece Sunraven for only 3,000. And that's after months of patience and waiting.
Yeah, but you're not trying to get another set.
No, I'm not. And honestly, the only other thing I want in this game is a Ruthless in terms of gear. So, like, I'm set. I don't need to spend. I've hit that point where I got all my gear I want. I don't need to spend. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it's like I said, they topped it with Sunraven. Once you get Sunraven, you don't need a whole lot more. Like, yeah, you get more to be more adaptable. But in terms of, like, need, not really.
Yeah, it's like you have a bunch of players that you could sell Sunraven to if you would lower the price. But if you lower the price of Sunraven, you got to lower the price of all the other shit, because nothing is as good as Sunraven. None of these sets. Some of these sets are good. Like Butterfly, it's got a neat set design. The new, I don't even know what the name of them are. The air pant, the air set, that's kind of cool. The infantry pant, the new set, it's got kind of a cool, but none of them are anywhere near remotely close to Sunraven. So if you lower Sunraven, you have to lower all those. Like, I kind of get why they're doing it because they want to make as much money as possible, but at a certain point, you've got this entire market of people that they're not going to spend money. So why aren't you lowering the price?
Because we still have people that will spend $2,000 per piece and not ask questions about it. If you want the God's honest truth.
You think there's more people willing to spend $2,000 a piece than there is people willing to spend
No, I don't
500?
think there's more people. I don't think so. I don't think there is. No, I know there's not. I know there's people that be willing to spend 500 easily, but we still have those people out there that will drop that $4,000 to get
Okay, but
a specific set.
but
I
for
mean, yeah, but
every
like once they get it, they have no more cash flow. Like they're not having cash flow, and so it's like that's when you look at it like, sure, we got a lot of money at first, but would we rather have one big push of cash flow, or would we rather have a consistent stream of cash flow because we dropped the price, and so people are willing to drop $500, $1,000 compared to the 2,000?
Oh, I know. I'm not disagreeing with you. Prices need to be fucking lowered. 7P is definitely fucking up by doing this. Not at least lowering the price of other gear. Like Sunraven's been out for a while. The prices started to drop. You know, Hex tablets, Nantos, they've been out for a while, so prices should be dropping. You know, but they're not. Nothing's dropping. Hell, the fucking price of the fucking Regulus hasn't really dropped that much. You know, it's Ruthless hasn't dropped that much. It's fucking stupid. So yeah, no, I'm agreeing with y'all. But what I'm saying is, we still have people out there that will drop that $2,000 a day. The new pants come out, and there's
Well,
several of those that do
if
that,
you
and they don't seem to care about the bigger market. They don't care about making money. We know this.
if you
They don't give a fuck about money.
if you drop a new piece of gear for $2,000, like I get it. If you have the money, you really want it day one, you spend the money to get it. But I don't think it's just about the gear. Like if you were to make Sunraven cheaper, because let's say $500 to keep the math simple, you only need 4 people willing to spend $500 versus that one person that's already spent $2,000. And I think there's more people.
I know.
And it's not just the gear. It's if let's assume everybody had Sunraven. The meta has to change to account for that, which means people are going to spend more money in different places. It's not just the gear. So I don't
Exactly. They don't
understand.
care about making money though.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
that simple. They
I don't
don't care about.
understand.
They don't care about. That's all that is.
Hey,
I'm
can I
sorry.
bring up something for y'all real quick?
Sure.
Grinch, did I ever send you the math that I done to get a max lead alpha leadership?
I don't think so.
I done math. If you were to buy it outright with gold, right?
Oh, that's probably
And
ridiculously
to buy it
expensive.
outright with gold from packs, it was 500,000
$500,000 what?
dollars.
Yeah.
No, hold on.
I mean, nobody's doing that. Like,
It was 20,000.
yeah, that's for one max lead com. That's ridiculous.
Mhm.
But nobody's gonna do that. People are gonna spend the money on dealers for the gold. Like, if you want to do it that way, you have to do it from the dealer's perspective. How much do you have to spend at a dealer to get gold, and then what does that convert to for a BOGO? Because they're not going to spend it on non-BOGO events. So
No.
that would be
Dealer was 20,000. Through the game, it was 66,000 or 57,000.
Okay, so through a dealer, it would cost you 20,000 for one max lead com. If you went
Yes.
just like what BOGO events and stuff.
That's BOGO event. Both these math is with BOGO event.
Jesus.
Oh, so it'd be double
Christ.
that without the BOGO event.
That is
That's
ridiculous.
fucking
And
insane.
That's
my
ridiculous.
math with the dealer is including what it would cost to buy all the advance tickets.
Oh yeah, because you'd have to buy advance tickets too. Yeah. Not that we support using dealers. If you're watching 7P,
Basically,
I do. Ban me.
what
Do
you're
it. I dare you.
spending.
no, wait
Most
a minute.
dealers are $75 for 450,000 gold.
Like-
You're spending 95 for 450,000 gold, and it's only getting you. Doing the math in my head real quick. 10K mags off that one purchase of 95.
See,
That's during a BOGO.
There is no fast way of increasing leadership. We all know.
Not since they got rid of Shadow Matter Oracle. Yeah, there's none.
that also
And that's
brings
why
up
we keep telling them bring them back.
that also brings up the question: who the fuck is paying this much to get one max lead comp? Like, at this point in the game, like, I'm not saying just instantly give everybody max lead, but it shouldn't take that long. For one, it shouldn't take that long.
Cost that much.
Yeah, it shouldn't cost that
You
much.
know-
It shouldn't take that long.
Let me just for anyone that might potentially be watching. So my current account is from server 938, and it didn't get max lead until 7-8 months ago. And I'm working on the second one. But just to put that in perspective, that we've gone through so many fucking servers at this point because we're in the 1600s, getting close to the 1700s. We've gone through almost 800 servers in order for this account to get a max lead comp. That's insane.
Well, how long? Like, in years, how long did it take?
I know this account's about almost 5 years old now.
It's got to be before 2020 because in 2020 we were on 1234, I think.
Yeah, it's reaching. It's within the 5-year range. Is how long it took this arc to get max lead.
And do you spend money?
Just to put that in perspective, and I don't want to talk about the money. It was a lot of money.
But I'm just saying, and you spend money, so.
Yeah, to also put it into more of a perspective, this account has all T12 plus air unlocked. It's hyperspace 10. I got hyperspace 5 infantry. I have hyperspace 5 walker. I got almost max talents. Clearly you can track how much money has been spent in order to get to that kind of level. It's a lot of money.
But you only have one max
So
lead
it's
comp.
taken 5 years and a shit ton of money, and I only have one max lead comp. And the next highest I have is 800,000 right now. And that was from me eating literally every single comm into it.
Yeah, it shouldn't take that long.
So, the only time that I've seen people get max lead comms that didn't take forever was Shadow Matter Oracle, and they only did it twice and then took it away.
Oh, it was absolutely broken though.
No, I 100%
people went
agree.
from maybe 500k comms to a max lead com in just basically the space of a week.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that
but I mean,
doesn't
what
hurt the
else are
game.
you gonna do? What else are you gonna do with a shit ton of Shadow Matter you get from farming or
Oh yeah, I
Black and Art?
think it's reasonable now that people know about it. I think back then it was because some people had so much Shadow Matter, and everyone else was like, "Oh, Shadow Matter doesn't matter really," because we've never had anything like this before. So everyone used to use it all up. But now that people know about it, everyone's been hoarding for about like 5 years, just waiting for it to happen again.
Yep, it'll never happen. Now they'll wait until people stop hoarding, and they'll do it again.
Yeah, I don't
Make
think it'll come
Shadow
back.
Matter more useful again.
I'm cleaning up that photo for you, Grinch.
What do you even use Shadow Matter
Honestly,
for?
all they need to do is do one Shadow Matter event that's good, and it will reduce the Shadow Matter on all servers down to like a stupidly low level, and then they don't have to worry about it anymore.
Nah, I don't think they would ever actually release that again.
No, maybe not that, but they could always do something similar to like resources or something like that. Convert it into something else that like somebody else can use.
There you go, Grinch. That's cleaned up.
Let's see.
But yeah, no. When you put everything into perspective, like it's just insanely stupid. Like, yeah, Shadow Matter was broken. I will admit, but at the same point, like, really, first off, you have to have the troops for that leadership for it to even be like effective. So, that's kind of where I'm also at, where it's just like, reasonably speaking, like a lot of people don't have the troops in order to fill out a max lead comm, especially the ones that quote unquote would potentially break the game because they're free to play. So, I don't know. For me, it just doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's hard to progress, get into a max leader comp, but like you said, there is a lot more to it than just having a max lead comp. You need to have the gear, you need to have the troops, and all that is probably just as expensive as well.
Oh yeah, like the cost of the troops too. Like even if you do it the right way, or during a half cost event, and you're repurposing troops, evolving troops, so on and so forth, it still costs billions of resources to get, especially for air, to even get like 1,000, T12 air troops. It's typically pretty darn expensive. So like, and not
It's
including
cheap
the
as hell.
crystal
What you talking
costs.
about?
I'm talking about crystal costs as well. In terms of crystal costs as well, like if you're going for, resource efficiency over, crystals, that's thousands of dollars in crystals, at least in the, old, I sound like an old person, but in the olden days it was, to do that. So I don't know. So I don't know why 7P says that they're so concerned about the small guilds, yet they're not doing, anything to help them. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, if you're not, I don't know, 800 plus K lead, like you can fight in CAS, but you're not fighting in GC. You have to be like minimum 800K, and that's depending on what
To
comm you
be
use.
effective in some of these GC matches, yeah, and that's accurate, yeah.
And that not only that depends on what you're running too, like because an 800K, IRA is not the same as an 800K black.
Yeah, no, but black, you need some of that good,
Yeah, I'm just saying, like different comms, like because I think we did Neva's Satalia video, and I can't remember how much you suggested for her. My brain's not working. I think it was like 800 plus, maybe a million plus, and like that Satalia is not the same.
1.2. It was like 1 to 1.2. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is not the same as I don't know, fucking 1.2 DS, for example.
Mm-hmm. I like my Sataya. She's fun. She's struggling
nice.
with this fucking meta.
It's nice that there's some commanders that are like not super like used that could be still quite effective.
Oh, bro.
That's
I
what
mean-
makes this game good is when you can find commanders like that.
Exactly. Elf, no problem. I got your whole march. It's fucking disgusting. But the thing is she's phasing out of usefulness as well, because now there's Beth, there's a better route to go, et cetera, blah blah blah. So you always got to progress with the game, and 7P is really bad about slowing down progression. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I'm hoping
I'm just interested to
the
see
Easter event.
how they can kill Zeph now, because
Yeah.
they made Rogers and they killed it spectacularly. They made some other comms and killed them. It's just like, how are you going to kill this when you made it so difficult to kill?
Figure it out.
I think it's going to come down to a new gear piece or an even more broken commander.
Lower tier troops. That's all it takes.
Fucking Bullet. Bring back Bullet.
No, please don't.
The T10 armies.
It's all fun and games until everybody gets absolute suppression.
Right. And then that opens up for what? Other things. So there are counters. Just gotta be smart about it.
How long? We've been doing this for an hour now. I think that's plenty of time, unless someone has any last minute things they want to point out or any questions or anything.
No. I'm good today. I was trying to be good and not bash 7 people once, but
No, fuck them.
not drew me in.
Oh, what
Well, I mean,
fuck these stupid ass events.
do people
Y'all need to do
want
better, 7P.
cast for those crystals to come back again? Or
Oh god, I would love to have the crystal contest back. If
dude,
they
I
give
love
somebody,
Crystal Contest.
well, I mean, if they give us somebody in fucking zone 2, I'd be happy.
As long as it's not
Fucking
weather.
bullshit.
As long as it's not weather, I don't care.
I fucking hate.
weather's
We
stupid.
literally they asked us what we wanted, and we said get rid of weather, and then they made it weather for Cass, and I was just like, dude, y'all fucking suck.
Well, to be
Like,
fair,
why did?
we were like, get rid of the roulette, and they were like, gotcha, updated UI.
Yeah, I don't know.
Get rid of weather, gave us
Like-
weather. Get rid of roulette,
Stop.
updates UI.
You know, it's like a DM woman. Don't ask me for advice if you're not going to listen to it. And no, I'm not trying to be misogynistic. Let's be honest.
Remy, I take extreme offense to that comment.
Well, that's a womp womp. I'm not apologizing for it.
Knew it
It's
was coming.
truth. If it wasn't truth, I wouldn't speak it.
Hey, they gave me mod powers. You better be nice. You might not be here anymore.
Womp womp. It's okay. I'm mainly here for Grinch anyways.
What? Why?
Support.
And because you invited me here for fucking Gear Talk.
Oh. Yeah, but I didn't actually expect you to show up.
What the fuck?
Wow.
Damn.
Oh shit, I'm dying.
When you find out who your real friends are, Remy.
I know. I came to support, and he's like, nah, I didn't expect you to show up, to be honest. Like, fuck you, bro.
I love you too. You're still not getting third though.
Yeah, well. It is what it is.
We got a pit mark to do.
We got a few pit marks to do, apparently.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's go around.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Art.
We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you for everybody that showed up. Harrison and Turdity were arguing in chat, so that was fun to watch.
There's something about a cookie. I seen something about a
Yeah,
cookie. Is that right?
something about a cookie.
Fucking cookies.
I like cookies.
Yeah, we got some pit marks to do. If you want to be on Gear Talk next week, hit me up. If you want to be on voice and ask some questions, if you want to be on Pit My Arc, preferably hit me up. Neva's kind of busy nowadays, so message me. We can get
Is
you an
he?
invite.
Is he?
Yeah, he's pretty busy.
Is he really? I don't think he is.
He's busy. So hit up either
That's lies.
hit up myself and Lem because Lem has absolutely nothing going on. We can get you on Pit My Arc.
Yeah,
Appreciate you
please
guys.
hit me up. Watch how quick I get back with you.
DM me, I'm lonely.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, everybody, thanks for showing up.
Okay.
I'm gonna end the stream now.
It's okay, Lem. You ain't gotta worry about it, buddy.